Okay, now in order to maintain the highest credit score you possibly can, you really need to know how your score is calculated. This way, you can do everything in your power to ensure that you have the highest score available. Now, as you look at our chart here, you'll see that the highest weight in your score is your payment history. So obviously, you need to pay all of your bills on time. You may have months where you cannot pay extra, but you must pay at least the minimum required if it's a revolving account, and you must pay all your installment debt on time. Okay? The second weighted is amounts owed. So depending on the amount of money that is owed, let's say you have a credit card that has a $5,000 limit. You want to make sure that you do not have more than $1,500 outstanding on that. That's 30% of your available credit. That's ideal. Now, obviously, you may go over a bit at times, but if you're in the market to obtain financing of any kind, whether it's a home, an automobile, any other type of loan, you want to make sure that you have the highest score available, because that's going to give you the best bang for your buck in terms of financing. You'll get your lowest interest rate with the higher your credit score is. Okay, and then underneath that is length of credit history. So the longer you have credit, the better that is for you. And again, a lot with your credit scoring has to do with timing. If you have something that's come up that's created your credit score to go down, sometimes the only thing that will bring that score up is time. You have to get as far away from that late payment as you possibly can. And we'll go into some other ways of getting, recovering from that in later series here. And then new credit. That's going to go in 10% of your actual score is weighted with new credit. Obviously, we have to start somewhere if you don't have any credit at all, so you will have new credit. But you don't want to, you don't want to go out and get a lot of credit at one time ever, because new credit really doesn't have a history. So initially, it may actually lower or hinder your score a bit until there's some time on that actual credit line so that it can be rated in a favorable manner. And then again, 10% type of credit used. Now, this is like, for instance, if you have a loan with a finance company, like Finance and Thrift or Beneficial, I don't even know if Beneficial is still around, but a finance company of that type, that is not going to be as healthy of a loan, meaning you can get a loan from that company with a lower credit score than, let's say, perhaps your local bank who you bank with, or your credit union. You want to make sure that you have a good balance. You don't want to have nothing but credit cards, because again, credit cards alone and not a good balance will also perhaps lower your score. But again, you see here how much weight is placed on that credit score based on this. It would be 10% in this particular case. I hope that helps.